There we go. This is a little bit closer to the boat club at Cheddar Reservoir. As you can see, this section here, probably on camera, looks more like a beach area. And yes, there was people sat there yesterday. All the way around. And this will be my chance to do a cycle by. There we go, started up me fake GoPro, and it's attached to my chest. So what we're doing is just cycling down into Axminster Village Centre. So there's the Lamb Inn, there's a nice old building, a bit of a Tudor look about it, and what we do, and there's people just sat around, a group of bikers outside of a cafe, and behind me, we just like go across. Up to here, and then you can see a church. Right, let's take you out on the other side. There's the bikers' bikes. Looks like they're, you know, Harley Davidsons, I think. You know, old guys, retired, form a little group. Out and about. Face I recognise there, but where from I can't remember. And what did I notice yesterday? You know, an old building like this, so it makes me think that it used to be a butcher shop. There we go, another bit of an old Tudor building. I don't know, somebody's got a nice job of lifting in an RSG into a building. Obviously somebody's taking a wall down, or they could be supporting a floor up in the roof. Right, is this the one? It is, but I can't get in there. So there's a lovely old building there, also like shuttered off with protective fencing. Is there another way into another area? There's another church here, look. Axbridge Church, Axbridge Court. Oh, it's like a care home now. So do I proceed and show you the old building? Yeah, why not? What's the worst they can do to me? Oi! You Russian, get off my land! No, I better not. Yes. Eyes of the building there. Well, it makes me think that this used to be a church, and normally the office is fairly close to, and they got some exotic trees in here. It's obviously used to get around here, look. Look at that. Yeah. What a shame, that building going to waste. And right, we have got to go here, look. This has got to have been something to do with a church or a stately home, right in the middle of Axbridge. Yeah. Well, it's a good job they're making use of some of the buildings. Right, back on, up to, well, I was going to say goodbye for now, and reactivate a camera when we've got something of interest to show you. Bye for now. I stopped on the cycle track, just a short way in between Axbridge and Winscombe. Axbridge is that way, and Winscombe is that way. Jogger just in the distance. But why did I stop here? To show you a little bit of England's green and pleasant land. This is a nice valley with sheep in it. Don't know if you can pick up the sheep baying. Let's go silent for a few moments. We'll zoom in and see if we can pick them up on camera. Going across the field. Should be on record. I was just sort of like making sure my light was on, because we're going for a tunnel. You think that you know, when you enter the tunnel you can see daylight at the other side, but as soon as you get into the tunnel itself, and it becomes completely black, dark. There you go, let's give you a look up. Right, I don't know if this will stick up on camera. You can see how dark it gets. And that's with me lights on my bike. And, it's shining upwards, not downwards. Stop a moment and see if we can place it down. Oh, it won't go. I hope that was dripping water and not bird shit. Right, that was the trip through the tunnel. There are some people up this neck of the woods on the Strawberry Line cycle track. Alright, let's turn it off. One, two, three. Oh, have I pressed record? Yep. So what we're going to do, as you can see here, this is the platform for a train station at Winscombe. Obviously, have been disused for donkey's years. So what we're going to do, because it's not a great distance apart, and it's downhill more or less all the way. Obviously this is go and cycle from and record it on video from Winscombe to Sandford. And you know, this area now is more or less a picnic area and a place for dog walkers. Why I wanted to film this section is that it is downhill more or less all the way to Sandford, and there is quite a few nice trees that have grown up over the years. So hopefully we'll try not to go too fast, and then you can see the trees on both sides of the old railway track. You know, probably years ago, if it had been closed around about 50, 60 years, then just when it came to shutting down, there were probably little shrubs of these trees. And I must keep an eye on the weather because you know, the clouds are getting darker and I don't want to get caught out in a rainstorm. There you go, there's the trees starting. Although the railway track might have been slightly to, which I think it was slightly to the right. So the train line probably used to be there, because this is a little bit too steep probably for a train to negotiate. So they had to make the ascent. There we go, over the railway bridge. And just down here, there's an artist at work, and oh, forgot to point out some of the trees. There you go. There's the lady, so like doing her artwork. Oh, there's two ladies doing some artwork. And another bridge. there's the trees. Right, there's a twisted old oak tree there. Oops. Sorry, can't name them. There you go, another tree there. Big one there, big one there. Yeah, going through, well, I suppose you would call it a copse now, but years ago this probably would have been just an embankment. As you can see how close the trees are, in, because this probably would have been at one point double tracked, not a single track. So they've got quite a few large trees that have grown up over the years. So the canopy is quite thick. You can make out, if you can see the track in front of me. Well, somebody's decided to cut that tree down. You can sort of like see the sun shining through the canopy. Right, it's a good job I'm going slow, because the entrance to Sandford station is, will be on my right hand side. And then all of a sudden it jumps out. Well, it don't really jump out. You cycle past it and don't realise you've cycled past it. No, that's just a bit of railing to protect the perimeter of the housing estate. There's a little doggy all on its own. Whoops, okay buddy. I know you got short legs. Good morning.
Is he in the way?
No. I knew he was following you. It's just that your legs are longer than his.
Yeah.
Right, here we are. This is Sandford station. So we're going to take you up the, it's wheelchair friendly. Well, one day I will go on to Yatton, but today I'm not going to. I'm just going to stop here for a few moments, park up the bike, and hello, you got here before I did. You must be able to run faster than I thought you would. Right, there we go. Sandford Station again. Cafe area. And then there's another tea room over there. Alright, let's turn you off. This is where I've stopped to. Let's pan around. This is Sandford Station. And as you can see, they've even got a train. By it looks more like a schoolhouse, but it's actually a station, and it's a tea room now. In the middle of a housing estate. Oh. the Pullman calf. The cycle track is just over there. The housing estate extends on up through, and obviously they kept the building over the years, not unless it's been rebuilt. No, original building. The bathstone mullions around the window are in quite good condition, but you can see the wear and tear on it, so it's just been cleaned up. Oh. Sandford station, a little bit on from Winscombe station that I normally normally stop, but I thought I'd come on a little bit further, seeing I've got a better e-bike. Right, should be on record. This is the front of a old steam well, I would say a shunting train. So we'll have a look along the side, and there you go. This old shunter is called Marjorie. Right. Well, looks like there's some tables and chairs in there from the cafe, somewhere for people to sit out. Right. AGW, Coal and Coke, Winscombe, Banwell. And there's a Sonic passenger carriage. That may be still in use also for people to sit in, like my local train station. And let's see. Well, no related to the guy I used to go to school with. His name was Norman. Mad as a hatter, that guy. I think he spent 2 years sleeping under his mother's kitchen table. If you'd ever watched this, Norman. Yeah, Norman Weeks was his name. Probably the nicest and craziest guy you'd ever want to meet. He wouldn't hurt a fly, but was he crazy? So anyway, there's the station master. Let's go and have a look if we can. There's the old Bill, old train station, probably the old ticket office. New building on the side, made to look old, or it might be an old building, I don't know, but I would say that would be the storage for the engine. There we go. Old buildings, toilets, not that I want to use them. My bike's safe enough over there. At least I haven't got to use one of those just yet. And this is the platform, Sandford station platform. I think it is all shut up. There's the tables and chairs on the inside the carriages, which is quite nice. This is the waiting room, as you can see here. Gents there and probably ladies on the end. And what else have they got here? Well, right, a model railway. Let's go all the way down to the bottom and have a look at it. There you go. There's the church. Some old terrace cottages. Brook Bounty. Like I said, this is plonked right in the middle of, which they've kept it, which is quite nice, a fairly new housing estate. There you go. We used to have the building still there at Radstock, but it's also like boarded up. Just gonna make sure that I had it at the right angle and not pointing up too high. I can remember Coleman's mustard, but Coleman's starch? Oh, it's a bit before my time. There you go, some Coke, or not quite hay pitchforks. Bit of old machinery. That looks like an old jackhammer for mining. Maybe they had a mine around here. Oh, obviously there's no code inside. There's some old picks and hammer heads inside of the little narrow gauge truck, and I think that actually came out of the mine shaft, or pushed along underground in the mine shaft, because it's a tilt one.